up, everybody, and welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. It's a beautiful fall afternoon here in Findlay, Ohio. I'm hanging out in the beer shed, getting ready to check out a new beer. As it's Wednesday, you all know what that means. WTF Wednesday. For those of you who may be new to the program, WTF Wednesday is the one day a week when I showcase a beer I normally wouldn't do on the program. Sometimes this means I do stuff from the big boys, Bud Miller, Coors, Labatt, Molson. Sometimes I do strange offerings from smaller breweries. So in the past I did one from Ernest Brewworks. It was a beer-wine hybrid. And the beer I have today is kind of in that vein. This is from Off Color Brewing out of Chicago, Illinois. And this beer is called Cherry Beer for Pizza. And if you look on the label here, it says malt beverage with natural flavors added, 4.5% ABV. Malts are Vienna and Crystal. Hops are Nugget. Now, we also have secret natural flavors. Dark sugar syrup, cherry, lime juice, vanilla, lemon zest, orange blossom, cinnamon, coriander, nutmeg, citric acid, and sucralose. Now, this is supposed to be a cherry cola inspired beer, basically. When I'm looking over this ingredients list, some interesting things here. The only one that kind of jumps at me is sucralose. I'm not a fan of the artificial sweeteners in general. They tend to be a little bit bitter, so I'm not exactly sure what's going to go on with this. Now, cola is kind of bitter, so maybe it's just a bittering agent in that regard instead of using the hops for that purpose, although it does have nugget hops as well. Artwork is very interesting, visually appealing. I picked this up in Bowling Green at the BG Beverage Center. I'd actually walked right by it. The art is kind of black and white, so I guess it doesn't jump out at you initially, unless, I guess, the monochromatic thing jumps out at you, just having the black and white. But my wife saw this, fell in love with the artwork, and convinced me to give it a try. I didn't even know what it was. I just grabbed it. Looks like it was $3.79. But after I kind of figured out that this is a cherry cola-inspired beer, I thought, why not? Give it a try. It sounds interesting. Can't say I've had a cherry cola beer before. I went to Off Color's website, and it looks like they had a number of beers that are supposed to complement food. So they had one called Beer for Tacos, Beer for Movies, Beer for Ball Games. You kind of get it. So I don't know what to expect from this. Let's hope for the best. Let's give it a shot. Like I said, 4.5 ABV. Couldn't find IBUs anywhere. Ratings-wise, on Untapped it had 3.23 with about 500 check-ins. On Beer Advocate, nothing. Now, just pouring this straight up looks like a cola. The color is spot on. Even the head looks like it would on a soda. Now, if you look at it, it poured kind of vigorously. The minute I put it in the cup, the head rose quite quickly. This looks like a soda. If I didn't know any better, you pull the wool over my eyes. As to the color, I'll use the Brew HQ chart for the heck of it. I mean, it's quite dark. I'm trying to hold it up to the light here. I guess maybe dark brown. If I'm looking at this, it's probably a 38 or 39 or so. The head looks exactly like it would if you poured a Coke or a Pepsi, kind of that tannish color head. The only difference is I think this head is a little more persistent than maybe it would be on a soda. But it does look a little frothy here. It looks pretty solid. Wish I had a slice of pizza to go with this. On the artwork here, kind of have the little mice enjoying their pizza dinner. And on the side here, it says cheese, pepperoni and cheese, sausage and cheese, and then vegetable or vegetarian pizza. And I have to say, I now want a piece of sausage pizza to enjoy with this beer. Let's give it a sniff. Pick up some vanilla. I think vanilla is probably the dominant smell. It's strange because when you look at the ingredients list, we have cherry, lime, vanilla, lemon, orange, cinnamon, coriander, and nutmeg, as well as the artificial sweetener. The only thing I really seem to be picking up is vanilla. Well, let's give it a shot. Cheers. I don't know about this. The first thing I pick up is kind of like a really big artificial sweetener taste that I just really can't get over. The body and the mouthfeel is similar to a soda. It's kind of carbonated. But the flavor, it's just not remotely appealing to me. Trying to think if I could pick out any of these individual things. pick up kind of a funky bitterness, which I assume is the sucralose. You pick up some general citrus. Now, I know it says, I think it says citric acid on it as well. Yeah, citric acid, and it should have lemon and lime, but I don't know that I can distinguish either of those. Yeah, for me, it's kind of generic citrus. I don't really even pick up the cherry that much. And strangely, I picked up the vanilla on the nose, but don't really pick it up on when you drink it. The only thing I pick up is kind of that gross sweetener, the bitter taste, which I get if you're doing a soda-inspired beer. Things like cherry Coke, I quite like. You got to have that little bit of bitterness to go with the sweetness from the cherry, the, I guess, artificial cherry in a Coke or Pepsi. Yeah, this one just is not doing it for me. The strange thing is, I think they nailed it with the body and the texture and everything is very soda-like, but the taste, I don't know, maybe there's just too many things going on. They're competing with each other and it's just not really delivering. But for me, this one kind of falls flat, which is a shame because it's got a stunning artwork on the can, a really cool idea. I think this one just fails to deliver. Awesome concept, but when it comes to delivery, doesn't do the job for me at least. So for me, cherry beer for pizza from Off Color would be a thumbs down. I wouldn't be buying another one of these. Now, I'm happy that I was able to try it because it's definitely a novelty and something unique. I can't say I've ever seen a beer like this before, so thrilled to give it a shot, but I wouldn't have another. Hopefully you liked the video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. And as always, you got any comments or questions, jump in down below. Have you had any cola-inspired beer? Have you been fortunate enough to be one of the 500 people who've checked into cherry beer for pizza? If so, let me know in the comments below. Hey, till next time, cheers.